way.
Boko, before Sebetu Asuno, when you viral video of one Anthony Nupenu, our NDC regional organizer, Enra on Asempa, no more complaining, say, Omo Kwai Enye, or say, Oman Kofa, Oman Koye, na Omo Ka, Omuska, no more Yakasadodo. When you saw viral video, no?
About you mean, then Campacho Addo, Maso Mama Konya Kakra, Nami tape now, boy, no. Me sure some chill more, also that you are the. And your one is all boy. But Kennedy Agyapong.
Okay, that is why I've called you anyway, okay. and we will discuss. But I will try and then play the voice so that you have a fair idea of what he said, and then you analyze it. We analyze it from the point of power, which I mean, you're intellectual, so I mean, hopefully, I know you.
No, I know where you're coming from.
Yes,
that's not. I think it's a good discussion.
Yes. So, Mame Tiene Kakra.
Roads from Asaleboche Highway Junction to Lakeside Estate is so bad that saloon cars find it difficult to move, and it creates huge traffic. Obi, we have tried calling the NP Abu Ramadan's office, but we've not been successful. Obi, we are dying on the highways to Lakeside Road. Please help us. Hashtag fix Boche roads. Hey. Nah. Abu Ramadan ono de kwa ya Adamu. Yeah, Adamu Ramadan. No, yeah, MP no. Or ka MP no. MP we so yeah adwuma de.
Then only.
Now mo ka rules asemi do de on say.
Almost some contribution.
Ba. No mun taxes.
They should go and they can amend it.
Oh please. Do you know
I am telling you seriously, when you live in a community that there is a problem, the community can come together, fix something for government coming. We should stop complaining. We are not helping ourselves. Talking about here.
Now the
road was constructed. It has have defects. Currently, if there's no budget, you can't force it to be there.
Yes.
The community should come together. They should come together and do something to put it in a motorable way. Once the government plans to come in, people should stop complaining in this country.
Dr. Mbajo, what's your kakra?
Mbajo, Anemia.
Obe react to saying.
You didn't find, yeah, better than Copan to swam a Quenya. Madame Somasi, the most Mamma Quenya Cafe or station cafe. Honestly, we're in Share Quadia. We need more paid it. But if I work, as you say, maybe you are the actual be able to call YouTube, the cost. Oh, sure. I mean, Shamble.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, Messer, I think, say, minimum context, I mean, you are the assembly free here. But I may draw this distinction about you. Maybe Diana, oh boy, and no credit. But and yet, or my trace
member so honestly.
I just want
no memo about no so, but I just want an honest review because when it comes to national, yeah.
Miniano Ekasa, I think, say, and tell now, the Annette Yason say. I also think, say, most of them want to educate public, you know, because you are not bad any other two MPs, so no, you can't clue. You can't say, or can be, or can say, but a capa, a quadia, you have a catch MP, so quite say, and you say, there's MP, Okasa. But no pressure, no stress, and no woman. We don't probably say MP, so no,
look, Mammy Kakra, we crowd there on your member of parliament, or you just NDC regional organizer.
Oh, any day you want try.
NDC regional organizer.
Baby, another one try because me can't pass a walk or no. NDC folk, we are so to me, and focus ties or quite so separating yet. Now, by no end, you may encourage the man. Oh, when young forces, okay, MP, no. Only the demonstration or no other constituency. MCH no crack or court or BPP Sobaka.
Yeah,
court invited, police invited, Benso Anko. 80 and one was say, and a bias of the Oba, it's your responsibility to provide things that will actually let the people or your subjects derive their utilities or satisfaction. Say, what I may be about Boa. Won't you mean one day? 84 say, they do this level now. When you're careful, so Obako can same be a emphasis. Many dear. Either say, Obaba, Minka, Obaba, apologize to Kenyans. And for Ghanaians and also no yantia also say I thought that asem na ye beka me ye de to abama ye no enye no an ye ba ye both NPP and DC and very unfortunate. Into this should also kind of provide a platform of lessons for all the people who vote. But if you say me honestly speaking, say ya na in try be to be anka ho because I thought that your trustee issues no say the anyway honestly.
So then I want to come to your end. Then you have the time to explain. Voice is here boy on say okay YouTube now ya merge two. The first one and na opposition na Owusu.
And macho anya no kra na me new opposition.
Okay,
now I'm explaining to you.
Okay, me too. Yeah.
When you try YouTube and TikTok, ne sa anya mama. Me ni ata mun nyina mu pagan na yi ma manage ni ya. Wa uti ho a onimdia for you adwuma kama. One day ubeja o yire ana yire beja o ana ababo yire enso no onyi bone. Now we use the YouTube to change almost everything. The din kan na ye ni opposition ena sa o mi studio min kasa mensu. But story yo mo kanante sa. It had got nothing to do that story. I am anando. And obidi na temna aro humpu. Na if you interview me, your friend is saying, Adam Opamon for Musano. And to make us into near my part, that was our first now, which I cry mine, and near course of free school. And I'm sure that my parent here, you say I am nigga. So be penny pan, and another way in a no me deep penny at him say. Now the area of Ghana, no, and yet I was saying you boom up penny, so I became emotional. This is God is my witness. We are not in opposition. It had got nothing to do with what they are talking about. Me see I don't for moon from Muslim Boa. I don't TV.
Right.
What I say, and sometimes you know the way public so much changing stories. No, be so all your life will be I don't know you're interested. Secondly, talking about who perfect no. Boss, one day, never was station. Never explain me my show. Probably what Ghana ha kesi do na number one. You say the negative effective tax rate economy.
She riot fan.
On my I just saw bear man in the year in the Maho. Sika omunye fi omajumam egu omboto musumi biara. Sika Owusu and Owudi at the Bomo Bambosumi no. As something says Sika 100 times. I'm waiting anywhere to say a day. Ghana, look and find what is going on, what have gone. We are sitting on a time bomb. And here one day, this country will wake up. There will be darkness for 5 years. There wouldn't be any water. People will die. And to Yamubina, Yame, and I don't be so we are mobile. Share one year my own in the after that, yes, Remo, we need a same film because I deal with Nikokan is because I mean Muntaka. So that kaya. And I plan I can't see a party 11. I got either they called him sorry on John. And now a grant interview say you let an idiot. Oh me am passing. Now say yes the other party. What they cannot guarantee say they see January 7th in NCBM. What's January 7th in NDC for boy and other kinds of parliamentary.
Yeah.
So he threatened us say you can't see other party. They cannot guarantee says how do you know me here no NCBM. Nyame na witness. I'm not a liar. And TV3 came to me and they were interviewing me. And I cried and I say, oh, they've heard Muntaka. Any NDC for being say. So if we want to go ahead and then pass the bill in the Parliament House on the floor, they cannot guarantee that you see 7 January. No, yeah, and to acquire Bubima will be any asitra near them. NCB. And no, and I mean, the car say, we will pass it. They can't do as we are in government. Why should they threaten us? Now, open to me, that's what I said. But you know, I speak with high pitch and high tone, very animated. Me never say. Me to me, me see what is my digital giving part of that. Because school, our Peters Educational Center in Peters, Kwadaso. Me ya crack a stage 1 as toddler, near family action man. Because I'm active rolling. It me you be at me ya basa. But I just responded to what he said based on the fact say APC Muntaka for no were threatened as Muntaka near honorable. They were threatened as a passia. I mean, by implication they will beat us again. Let me show me to me here. And yes, it was arrogant, say, Ghana for the intimidation. And they changed the story.
We will pass it. Whatever they want to do, we will pass it at the right time. They can't do anything. We are in government. If they claim it will make us unpopular, why wouldn't they stop? Okay. Well, they know this is going to transform and change the lives of Kenyans. They know this is going to reverse the consequences of the COVID. They know this is going to put our fiscal space in the right perspective. And they are afraid that Ghanaians will continue to build their goodwill and confidence in this government. So please, we need a e-levy. And those who are saying that we should reduce it to 1% and go. Boss, if you want something to be reduced to a certain figure, you can't just make that arbitrary statement. You cannot project out of nothing. You should project out of properly done time series analysis with your data points, very convincing. Then we can understand that this is what we have to do.
So I think social media.
But respectfully, Doc, at that moment, statistics research, CDD conducted the research, and it was very clear that Ghana for NPP levy. And so, if at that time when Ghanaians were saying, say, e-levy no, ebe higher yempe. Na ekosi se obesi the ones na hu abufu akwa bibia inference no so kire se omu oposu based on the na Ghana for kase mpe e-levy now say still amu be pass no. It was a clear sign of CNT obia ana
there be any NT obia. Let me also explain this to Minia obuo kwanso so my we here inquisition that time. You know why we needed the e-levy? Now, there was the only time in the history of this country I can remember, I stand to be corrected. You say Ghana for 1 fees, you two moka. Now, private sector, you need over 40,000 a day. It pay you the corporate taxes, near being a problem. Now, on my way, there was no market productivity. It is domestic revenue. Am I a debt to GDP? I got it to 100. I said, yeah, obviously. But there is this trend of when NDC guys are in government and they are introducing any tax, NPP guys will rise up against it and they influence Ghanaians. And Ghanaians, whether they understand it or not, will say, no, Yamfine. The same way NPP so are Burma. So sometimes saying Ghana for you know, ask yourself, say, Ghana for do not know as a result of say, I'm misinforming me, and now tax and I had to say the Fabian Sleka, Obiba, and your conversion, my non conform, Minka Senti as Adio. Na Obi, na Obi Owen in the said that your pajamas in it is from I was only in Shogun. A better crown ya, Obe feel it bad. Name everything I resuscitating, Copensia, the cost was a man of water. Na obedience says, oh, my just said, play, no, a Janini Panu. Is that what we wanted? But Ebia, what they are saying, I agree to it. Doc, but I hear about come better, my advice to Ghanaians, and they say, right. Say the Ghana. Oh, baby, I will tell you, what the Mr. Cabot to me. It is all too much for how you used to console. If you be flower bacasa, if you be say, a push a question away, if you wouldn't wear the Tamu say, sometimes, or some of to a second. There's no name. But some of you, I say, as you are 2 years old, me, I don't make a we want that different countries almost having a financial economic model. Now, second matter is a Pabami and South and a PhD in Achia Fund Finance. Meaning the 5th person in the world to do financial economic model, examined by Canadian, Pakistani, Ghanaian professors. But the person you use more. So that is how we misinform the public and adulterate their decision-making processes to go against some of these policies, even though they are not palatable. In the long term, they will save this country. That is the problem we have.
Okay, Doc.
And my comment was not against Ghanaians.
Right.
The question he asked me said, NDC for one say, so I responded based on that.
Great. And
they cut that aspect alone. Just for me to look back and to say, me Ghana for because of policies.
Very well. Mpacho, mamimbremwa. So, for example, yen Ghana for na ye wahano. Muye bibia, for example, debia Oshe Omampenyu Kufu, I remember Positive Change Part 1. Also, ya build the foundation into Yamoy of Sinum Boswo near the Aman Positive Change Part 2. I feel drew ho na Ghana force yempe near the Atta Mills na John Mahama aba or see ya build the foundation 2016 John Mahama see ya build the foundation mo se there be near dinner na Akufo Addo aba 2020 oh for more to do more yento ye boase. Don't you think say Ghana for any break to the level where we know say these are feasible ebeboye we emwaye because for example ye e-levy ni free hono amado do na ne transactions so esa akosoro because mama ye hu say the e-levy ba IMF no kra no yenko mama ye gi e-levy yesa akọ IMF no kra koye no emu head cut ahodo all these things are near talking no Ghanaians were complaining but it appears say to you felt that se bi esura kayen na won se ye mia ye ne ehwe ye ne ho toye a mayen kasa na yen hwe de be but we couldn't wait because how many times na de bia no yen twema politician mon build the foundation and sa na yen ho atoye. Don't you think say yen so we deserve better?
Boss, but that's it. But they didn't come. We have foundation. We have the immediate policy decision. Mechanical natural. They are now 2 years. Ubeka, if we have to give negative 3.3, then you give 0.4. She depend with the whole world. And maybe among Casa, Bani, Adia, Utimi Buama, Yaka countries as a fatality score from a Ghana Kaho. Now let me come back to tax. Yaka tax policy. You feel be tax capacity of a country. Ghana is so low, and even up to now, let me tell you, because of what happened, people did not actually patronize. If you levy or no you levy, and impact on your pay, because we needed that patronage to enhance our tax capacity, so that probably we could have been a very good financial economic situation, a balanced situation. But because you are too adhere, no, I said will be covered over. They are too what go through us who are in your class said you told that front to macro singer. So and yes sir, you let you know you can't target in any panel. That is not true. Two, my brother, tax management policy are calibrated in nature. It will Namado Danko about 2017 no. Taxes are free and now so na 17. Ebine car tax enura ne akraba Ghana ayo produce bi wa no eyo ye ta niam no real estate tax financial services yini na obeka ya e no start increase taxes. Why? The management of fiscal space no sa ye sika sam so se no o ye wa ho odin say o nya revenue enough adwuma obligation na form the wonya no timi balance a wo yi tax na ti no o we na ho chewa na say obosia bo na ekosuru pia na the tax aba enti atesese ya manage ya no se bi o ya hwe ni mo je ma hu so nhia vitamins eti ya ba bi bedu ba bi ase the vitamins ni do so system ye nyim free ho enti me to Ghana for us because omo di me a recipient. But the point I'm making is that because of the communication now saying this in our NPP be ya ma Ghana for nyina bu ofu NPP so now Ghana NDC be ma Ghana for nyina bu ofu no. Now I said the masses against those who are doing the right thing. And in yes, obi abo Ghana for anu agubani and obi mu omo. But papa, on many a woman no, we sit down and go look to see how many say. ADNT and $1 and then you make it. It's not bad to you. But I bet you won't take crown spend. You didn't be a young parliament. She can't quit the class or administrating Ukraine. I cannot blame President Mahama or anybody. But you're my Timono. Papa, you are not careful with the way you're managing your revenue. Of course, corruption, the cafe and crowd, one day we'll discuss it. But she can't and you're woefully inadequate. We cannot keep on depending on borrowing. Make I mean, I said that you borrow. Maybe Kennedy Agyapong, borrow. No, but I'm saying that we cannot keep on sitting there and say, it happens because you enter the needed taxes. Corruption, and to me, the can say, then of course, you rather be more interested in the usage of our taxes, our revenue. So to me, ye padia and I just can't hear my papa. Because taxes are collected to provide redistribution policy framework. I'm here you'll be a water on abandoned managing resources in here. So my mini bio, be an intimate free school in your money, acquiring a tax a party can maybe the usage are fine. But a situation where Obiba Catcher or opposition, when you saw the tax a bar, a bear near market here. ATN and Mancroft as a tax in Yentia will be edited NDC NPP, NPP NDC, and it has become something like minimum how to put it. Oko company change you anunti.
All right.
What does a car maybe I'm a go say your economy no crisis in here. I don't know a rich war. A carbon and we need to work. Obi di matam to me say a spirit. I was so.
All right.
It took us a crown Owusu, but papa to make you know say on my no a toda. Mummy very open to and Kofua and no be a professor and I'm so NDC MPP do not change the story. Obi a professor pure. Obi to radio so and I'm so NPP and this when him say oh in the sergeant as stewardship where the politics in him. Obed Daniel Semna the tia seka now the babua seka because of where he is.
But
and these are the fundamental definitional elements of destruction.
But seka so with a crash of more. Nina Nimdia okay Ukuta and undoubtedly you are one of the finest when it comes to finance Nesanyumana. All these Nimdia are ne wohoni nyina no. MPP and Timia Hana say enyi enfrim. And the little things I used to say Ato Forson at least generally you feel say and your money be it is improving other than what we were being told. There never hono chere say baby we are seeing kon baby na Ghana grow ye nyoma bi say ye ho betre. But we had a government aban say 10 months we realize a certain level of change, if inflation down and all those things are. The picture was that situation in Russia, in Ukraine, and we cannot be able to achieve in Tianto. And yet, a new government, who say, then it was very possible to see a bit baby. My question is, when India namu woni nyina no, adentina mo antimi anya nyoma bia, you experience 10 months.
Yeah, they all can enter me pacho. And I'm not faulting you because as I said, I never failed. Nia Kosume, and Ato Forson and no creditor, and NDC. I'm being honest with you. And I'm speaking as a sinner, but as a Christian. If I'm lying, God should deal with me. You see, this is some of the deception. Ato Forson, I don't know why. They are still in the space of rearranging and configuring. They are even about contractors near the company. Economic process, is built up over time, is destroyed over time. The patrol, we are, but Ato Forson. Near Dr. Ato Forson. I'm not saying this against him because it's not done any bad or any good. And I'm speaking as an expert. I'm not deceiving you. Go and look for the budget statement and the economic policy of the government of Ghana for 2025 financial year, presented to Parliament by Dr. Ato Forson, MP, Minister for Finance, on Tuesday, March 11, 2025. Now, economic situation we need about 70%. I stand to be corrected because I'm not holding the book. About 70% of all the economic indicators now they were even better than 2016. Inflation could now about 20, that is by a cocoa do 54.1. And I'm saying you're managing year, a control year, and a suki year, so to 40 and came to meet. I to be area where we are near to me a funny area, but because we are area and some year pay, then year cocoa, no intimidity, and be affair of phone, it will take some time. And by the last quarter of 2024, this economy has been restored. But the impact on Ghanaians,
and so
they voted against us.
All right, so do I get the impression?
Yeah. You're afraid 2 ways, your policy spending or expenditure policy or whatever. But your friend is statutory. I know the NDC word, but discretionary statutory in the weather NDC MPP, to say, get fund, national insurance, and the forecast. By the extent of discretionary spending policy, what I buy o entreka o ho ade no nim bia no nhyehyɛ ye betumi aka as of now this year mu even 5% because tiame ade akati NDCI enti de ye hu ni nei ayen sunsa so na ye ne etimi free or how na ewiase ne Ghana ko ma ho kyerɛ no ne asese ne betu ye.
Are you saying say anka mu breaki 8 na anka dollar no ebe free 60 no
of course dollar na nka dey back
say kama me wadaroma
sorry
for the purpose of education.
Okay,
that's dollar no ebe free 16 akọ 10 cement na number 130 something no ebe ko be 90 ne ye experience. Iron rods na mutame 9,600 per tons no ebe cost 7,600 na ye experience. Fuel na near ton over 100 Ghana cedis no ebe bat say reduce to say the experience. Are you saying say based on the number kika mu breaki 8 Ghana for be experience the experience?
100%.
How?
Let me explain to you. Even when it comes to dollar exchange rate, whether NDCU NPP obian was say abayan hwehwe one dey nhwehwe ni kura dollar ni cedi enya no pre omu mienu nyina obi aba oye dey say short term approach eno enya sustainable makonya sika bi e dey abegum o dollar no well market to ko bi aba ana nka we me ko ba obosia no aba abegum ani e mana ma nka se mi cho before NPP left power me I was on Cocoa board. I was a board member. So this one, I was part of those who did the work. Now, for the first time in the history of Ghana, I stand to be corrected. Cocoa's indication is a baby, discover another dollar na kakra. But not sa cocoa's indication, na buchiri. Eti busia kakra ni a boy buy and one and cry. But for the first time, no MPP time 2024, yes indication in Ghana. Eti even in December. We were about $600 million Abegu account. By January, we were over 1 billion Abegu account. And that was also the period that now international trade war between China, Asian economies in the US, and the dollar so now a problem. And I mean I saw to Abba a very unprecedented. I mean among the investors. Sir, normally, enka ababi tinaso na foforo ba ntokwa ne ade if it's African country yetimi to aba nyankopon adom nye bibia na e court otin ba aba no to me Ghanaians voted NDC won truly and fairly to a very large extent, maybe about 80% because we nyina pepepe. So the market confidence had returned of investors, and two, the economic indicators now Ato Forson now they read your parliament. Mr. Correct me na semeboa. Your GDP kura na yeni ebe free now grow about 5.7. Na 2016 yeni efa na 3.4. The economy na sa peja no ho agina ya wie. It investors nyina ya gidie wom. And these things and well commodities we are not gold akosuro as never before. Any cocoa no. Check it nyina. And these are the things that are impacting the economy today because discretionary this you are buying workers are contractors how can anybody say that is NBC? But of course, if we because whether you know, maybe I'm a time I may enjoy it, but practically, technically, the NBC guys themselves, finance and economy, they themselves between them and the God that we all serve, it's got nothing to do with
so
them.
Then 2017 amonso baya na mo economy grow 8 point something no and NDC fonso kase monye hwe nemom eyo economy you agree?
Of course, how can NDC say MPP say 2017 no economy now? That's MPP. It will take at least a year for you to settle.
So
now can you even make economic policy within that same year now since
all right, so unia ba ko Collins Adoma ko honorable ebe can say anytime bia Ghana ye economy be ye nte say IMF abem na control mu amomotimi aye nyoma ye. Do you believe in that? Because it appears say 2016 no na Ghana call IMF inti no mo am make sure say ye nyoma basa and na MPP mo be enjoy ya. And right now no so 2024 mo hand over my na ye wo IMF ye that's what IMF program num and na manage mo mamutimi ye because it appears say IMF free mo pay na masaba then we have to go back ana
yeah and na me wo me to asempa because yes na hwehwe YouTube who say unim nyansa wo question me san kofo na me to masem me nfa what somebody will do to me or whatever. Because Ghana, we need people like you to start building this country together. You don't know NDC, NPP, and Command. NPP and NDC, and as Ghanaians, we need to work on our attitude, our mindset. Our mind, you have the right thing in Ghana, a better heading. I mean, sorry, a better Abuchi, heading them and call them, maybe it's an exaggeration. But what I'm saying is that.
How many second, remember, I have
okay.
Now me say Kennedy Agyapong be man I heaven.
Oh, can bet me man I say Europe, not heaven.
Okay.
And you make kind of cry natural. Yes, a Ghana form pen cry.
Mati to us.
Now who come back Kennedy Agyapong as maba?
Yeah, to us.
I've seen in NPP today. India for now what can send by 90%
Kennedy to us, mommy, Miss Ro. Me
Kennedy can never come and say man him crop dimechi na him kwa.
Mati.
E wo mo so ba wo ma di wachi na no bebu o man. Na wa dia to say wo ma di wachi nya how can you manage this country? Because any other kind of
IMF.
Oh, that's the American say, Opi on the IMF, one World Bank transit, which Yamama Mwakunya, any other opportunity, and not Domoka, and yet to know. Because not even when we are in government, the number finance committee. So, IMF one, no one did be brave you. How many and a tenacity? Any answer say, you know, to you when we are the boy. Now, man, ya dear. Sikani ya deba no ababuwa mo ohia na ahoche ya abai ya ne eti ato aka kire obasa he wan hia de na scam ko school obadi say so hia de what it means is that NPP and DC need the right thing to do. I don't know if you get my point. We know the right thing to do.
Nse munyina munim papa no.
Now, Baba, what you say? I'm a catcher. Is it John Tróuble I'm talking to?
Yes.
John Tróuble, boys in the boss, what you say? Now, boss, when you penya catcher, say, they say, I want you. I want to know. I'm sorry, Unia, which you mean, make some will be other fire. Say, one to me, answer, I'm Mejuman Tentem. Now, by Juma, when I and Kukona will win the day and one to so. Now, can o de uran tika akase be adman wanya ya sika me de bua ama wo ne oye no ma kwa hihia mu no menye o pesika nti no na ampa wadi niam no so na obi bi atoto so o ji sika ni nyina wie na ta go back. That is what we do in Ghana. And to say aduma ko ka bibia ampa not because NPP and DC or as a country in terms of the skill component we don't have. We do have our mindset, our priorities as a people, our attitude, and the corruption, and the kuyen. They make an automatic.
Yes, sir.
And what they kuyen now? IMF, no so many money tie. They are not operational managers. And no one here to cast woman. Woman, the other what did because I say yeah situation moving. We are transferred. They are not about a convince you to Yamuska. Yeah, no matter can you my babu? Yeah, the account. Okay, and you say no ya de measure. Etienne ya expect say we susudia we bedu e muntu wana mo. NPP ya ne be free so no. Na many nyina ne ya kama. Oh ya yenya first approval staff and board level. Yenya second approval staff and board level. Third approval yenya staff and ye 2 years and yenya no so abeto ase. Which means say nim dia ne ya de ye no. But you should buy any nyamisura etoda eni emu no. And if you taking Ghanaians for granted sometimes, and a Ghana for the bill, so Sana Hope Obi Onimode or you no call for or can of crown or problem. Ghana, o can of cry or problem. When you are doing, we are bold, confident, unfastened means yeah, or problem. Name her, Jantra, hey, Yanasa, would say, I'm no shake, and you say, oh, Kakra, Debbie. So if Ghanaians will begin to open up a lot of things and know the right people in our country who can help us lead this country and lead us, boss. Me prepare 1 week or 2 days. Me no mun konshia so. Me chiro educational sector. menchi on yema ma ni nhia so na momfa na tu dwa say yema o MP ba ko a ode ono ani sika na common fund enye central government common fund how we use no and yema me dey achieve you will never believe it but who cares about this you understand that yeah
me yama
but you know me catch you say look 2,400 school children within 4 years in the two-room tables and chairs from the common fund in Sika. Go and check. Mama scholarships in hundreds. Every year, I make 200. I buy the enemy and Sika Akabuma. Mama over 800 getting to 900. Their check machines almost 700. My year water borehole over 10 communities. Go and check. A year unprecedented. But who cares?
Right.
They make a okay now. I'm the best user of common fund altar. But I'm not. More sure be obey no be a baby, no I propaganda, no they call NDC NPP can change this country. If they be honest, near Jai all the country the America crack a
right.
You know I perfect.
Right.
But any IMF and no BBA, Nimbia Yeni, now you survive as a people. Once you want to lead people, over politics.
All right.
So say I don't know the coffee.
Okay.
For your business.
Right.
Also by your politics, to say Yankuponi pass by your suffer. What by or mine? You don't come and steal and destroy the country. Any unnecessary spending the Kokani Edima times as a Kakachado. Apart from women, you have from community. It means I tell me Anaka by any I can not perfect. Yes, this country will be like UK and other places.
Right.
Because we mismanage our resources most of the time.
So a quick one na yemfa no NBA. Say IMF sika no ye expecting in December. Ususu say ya giwia yento aso na yemfrim.
Oh, maybe my main council. Maybe I shouldn't have said this, but I'm not in government, so I will say it. You see our World Bank. And I'm a country woman say maybe my dream party sika no ko mo de my cash no mempe. Then I'm catching you. My Ghana, your raw materials, the Sikano, into machines and factory construction. Me need the factories I can see in the management of the whole industries. Now Ghana, major exporters, especially the agri sector. Now you country billionaire trillionaires, music and intimate and you can California money. Because you can't buy me the meaning is the can another one now quite the outside. Imagine move, wait a minute, will be a discount. It's more in a minute. Let's say IMF the World Bank by me Sikana. And your mom fat Sikana bar. Fat you bet my satiapa. You dear a coconut, a beer, a 50,000 hectares. You produce all about 10 products from coconuts. You be export TB. Okay, cocoa sector. Sikano bar. Machines in Yadiamra. You near additional 100,000 hectares of cocoa. You near 500,000 hectares of orange machines. You do put. Now they went to Ghana. They have in China. Better than see Uncle. But this is Ghana pastor. Oh my God, Mr. Roman, come on here.
All right, Martin.
I am not no woman fabra.
Right.
But actually, it's a World Bank now. That's what I'm Bawumia. Kennedy Agyapong, I don't know the president. Advice I'm a dead man as a financial economist. So that you me World Bank near them. To who else you know me say? Kennedy see opposite beer factories in Tampota, Malay, different places. Kumasi, now will be an Edmaya. You see, as a country. IMF near them, in a form of machines and a capacity building. Near from the being human in this kind of billions to say, young family ministry, agency, contractor, not 10%, not 2%, and now we're Massa. Papa didn't also a man about me, the man who are the buyer into your appetite, good and know what program and so. None of Banya intention, you should sound some of the alcohol, not the good and so. Now, upon what answer. I go about Korea, no one mean about Kukura in the bed. So,
the guy that's
you can't get any better. Everybody and Korea, not intention of the crowd as well. Intermediate, I have nowhere bank. He can be a better and they should translate it into industrial machines, capacity building, your papa, inform, you factories, you processing your minerals and any other Ghana, and yet only fully industrialized country bi kura be free because abaye adwuma ani obi anya adwuma ni dia and then I need them support na sika na do bada na dem support.
Right. Dr. Stephen Amwastika, edase.
We will pass it. Whatever they want to do, we will pass it at the right time. They can't do anything. We are in government. If they claim it will make us unpopular, why wouldn't they stop? Okay. Well, they know this is going to transform and change the lives of Kenyans. They know this is going to reverse the consequences of the COVID. They know this is going to put our fiscal space in the right perspective. And they are afraid that Ghanaians will continue to build their goodwill and confidence in this government. So please, we need a e-levy. And those who are saying that we should reduce it to 1% and go. Boss, if you want something to be reduced to a certain figure, you can't just make that arbitrary statement. You cannot project out of nothing. You should project out of properly done time series analysis with your data points, very convincing. Then we can understand that this is what we have to do.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.